What's going on, guys? It's Cal here from Buffalo Sports Center. Today we are making an extra video on this week's Bills game because it is a massive one, right? The 9-0 Kansas City Chiefs come to town to play the Buffalo Bills, America's game of the week. Before I start talking about this game, please consider leaving a like on this video and subscribing. It helps us out a ton. Now, let's get right into it. First things first, we got to talk about the Bills receiving room, right? Because in that video earlier in the week, we were kind of in the dark about who was going to play, who wasn't going to play. It has been confirmed that Keon Coleman will be out this week against the Chiefs. Again, Sean McDermott said this is a lingering injury, could be week to week. He could be out, 4 or 5 weeks even, but they didn't put him on IR, so I'd expect him back after the bye week, but who knows for sure. The good news is Amari Cooper is trending in the right direction and will almost certainly play on Sunday. Again, Amari Cooper, very new to this offense. I don't know how much of a factor he's going to be. But again, putting an all-pro receiver out there with Josh Allen can only mean good things, right? Again, earlier in the week, he still had that kind of brace on his wrist. He was catching balls from the jugs machine. But yesterday in practice, people saw him, catching balls from Josh Allen. So I think he's going to play. I think we could pretty much write that one in, that he will be active this week. If he's not, we're going to have another kind of shaky week at wide receiver with Shakir. At least Curtis Samuel started getting into the offense a little bit more last week. So, hopefully he's a factor again this week. And then other than that, right, Mac Hollins has been a decent factor in the offense. Had, again, a solid game last week. But then you got guys like Virgil and Shavers, and, we don't want to get any further than that. So I think this would be absolutely massive, Captain Obvious speaking here. But if Amari Cooper could step in and, really help out this offense against a Chiefs defense that the Bills have not seen a defense this strong in quite some time. Again, the Bills schedule, when it was first released, I was a little more concerned about it than I was going into each game. I think they've gotten a kind of a good draw here. Some people could even argue their best win was week 1 against the Cardinals. So again, this is a true test for this Bills team that has been kind of, sleepwalking through some games. But again, 8-2. Nobody's going to complain about 8-2. And I think, the last time we were 8-2, we went to the Super Bowl, all those, years ago before I was even born. But again, massive game. Let's talk about the Chiefs a little bit because, again, a lot of people are going to complain about the Chiefs. They get every call in the book. The refs help them win. Let's talk about the referee this week, Land Clark, right? Kansas City is undefeated with Land Clark as the referee. Now, keep in mind, Clark's crew is first in calling illegal formations and second for false starts. That's a big issue for the Bills because Buffalo has the second most false starts in the NFL this season. And a lot of that has been, honestly, Deion Dawkins, which, if he has one flaw, it's him getting those false starts. And, we see it seems like one lineman on each team has been kind of taking advantage of that the last 2 seasons, I'd say. They get off the line a little bit early, maybe a half second to a second, and it's obvious every play. And as an NFL referee, you could kind of store that one in the back pocket, and when it really, matters, a 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 3 late in the game, you throw that flag. Well, he's been doing it all game, but we're going to ding you when it matters, right? So, again, that is a big issue. Kansas City has the least pre-snap penalties, and again, these stats are via NFL Fire Stats 1 on X there. But again, that's just not great news for the Bills. What is bad news for the Chiefs is their kicker, Harrison Butker, went on a surprise IR stunt. I don't think anyone saw that really coming. Apparently, he's going to be out 3 to 4 weeks with, I think it was a knee injury, so that's massive. Again, Justin Reed has been seen kicking footballs in practice, and he also has stepped up in a game before for the Chiefs. So we'll see what the Chiefs decide to do at kicker. I don't know if they're going to try to sign someone off the practice squad or, get one of these free agent kickers. There's a ton of kickers floating around. Again, kickers are, kind of the most flip-flop position in the NFL. There's always a kicker on the market. So it'll be interesting to see what Kansas City will do for that. At the time of this recording, they haven't made a decision on that yet. But it's huge because, again, as a Bills fan, I know kickers just don't miss kicks against the Bills, especially game winners and big kicks like that. Again, I can't really complain about that, though, because Tyler Bass, who seems to miss every single kick so far this season, made a game winner against the Dolphins. So it's kind of ironic how that flip-flopped on us against the Dolphins there. But just a huge game against Kansas City. And again, the CBS crew is going to be live on scenes. I mean, they are treating this game like a playoff game. And truthfully, it is, because the loser of this game they're not going to be eliminated from the playoffs. The loser of this game is almost 99% still going to make the playoffs and still win their division. But the significance of this game is the winner is more than likely to end up with that 1 seed in the AFC. Again, the Ravens are still an option for that 1 seed as well. But say the Bills get this win here. They're still a game behind the Chiefs going into their bye week. But they have the tiebreaker on the Chiefs, and if you see the Chiefs going undefeated after losing to the Bills, I mean, that'd be very rare. I don't think the Chiefs walk out of this season with only 1 loss. The way they've been playing, though, they find a way to win, and I can't discredit that. But all of their games and pretty much all of their wins have been just by such slim margins that you can't see this team, only having 1 loss. I see them with at least 3 by the end of the season. If the Bills get this win, that's huge. If the Chiefs win and improve to 10-0, they have the tiebreaker on the Bills. The Bills also don't have the tiebreaker on the Ravens or the Texans. So, again, whoever finishes first in the AFC, even if they tie with the Bills, would get that 1 slot. So this is a huge game for the Bills, even more big, I'd say, for the Bills than the Chiefs. But at the end of the day, right, both these teams are going to be in the playoffs, and both these teams will probably see each other in the playoffs again. So this is kind of like our prelims for the playoff matchup that potentially could happen, maybe not though, depending how seeding works out. But yeah, again, let me know in the comment section below if you're going to this game, if you're going to watch this game, and what's your score predictions for this game. If you want to see our score predictions, our BSC panel has already made our predictions in our week preview video that came out a couple days ago, so be sure to check that one out as well. Again, a lot of the information in that one is dated by a couple days, so again, I came on here to make a couple updates about what's going on with the Bills and the Chiefs. But as far as that goes, I think everyone else is pretty much healthy that, we knew was going to be healthy. No other shocking, IR stunts like Harrison Butker. So it's going to be a fun game. Again, I really encourage you guys not to absolutely freak out during this one because, again, the loser is still going to make the playoffs. And this is pretty much for bragging rights, but it's always going to be fun when it's Bills-Chiefs. This seems like the new heated rivalry. Everyone compares it to the old Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning, putting, obviously Mahomes would be Brady because he's had more success. Allen, you could say, is a Manning, but at the end of the day, Allen still has no Super Bowl appearances, let alone rings. So until he gets that, I'm not going to even talk or compare him to a Peyton Manning. But talent-wise, he's definitely there. So, again, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm super fired up for this one. I'll be there pregame, making some content as well. So, thank you guys for watching this one. And until next time, peace out.